Okay. Not recording this time. Hello
No,
and welcome.
record this time.
Well,
record every time.
It's breaking. It's not wanting to do it right now, so it's not happening. Hello and welcome to Nerds of Legend. Sorry about that. I'm your DM, Ben. Next to me is Will. In the bottom left is Joel. Below me is Brendan. And then next to him, in the brown screen, is Brian. He'll be joining us on camera shortly. Don't worry about the top left screen. That's for reference, which we'll hear about soon. A couple of housekeeping notes that Joel wanted me to bring up. We're going to be changing our YouTube upload time of these episodes to Saturdays because it's a little too tight to try and get it done in 24 hours. So just so you guys know for future. And I'm going to say it at the top of the episode because in case we run out of time at the end. But our next book, if you didn't know, is the Dark Prism by Brent Weeks. We'll be discussing it on Monday. That is, again, a fan suggestion, and we're very excited to have our first fan suggestion for our book club. So without any further ado, we'll get started. So last time, our trio entered Baldur's Gate, where they found the Amber Dune bookstand. Murph, straightforward as ever, went straight up to the owner, Corvala, who folded like a newspaper and immediately took the group to her hideout and relayed their plan to sell books, fake books made of Gingwatsims, in order to bring back her PAX sponsor and leader, Nadalia.
Made of what?
Gingwatsims, that's the name of the life-stealing spirit things that you guys fought.
100% don't think you mentioned that the entire episode last time. Like, I thought they were mimics up until right now.
Yeah, they're like spiritual, like...
He certainly did. He didn't spell it, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, you definitely didn't.
Anyways, after much back and forth about how bad of a plan that was, the group and trying to come up with reasons to help with their criminal enterprise, the group agreed to help Corvala with the resurrection in exchange for the rare books in her possession. The group traveled to see Murph's mentor, a high elf cleric human cleric, who, after talking with Corvala, agreed to perform the ritual of resurrection. This was performed under moonlight, with all parties in the nude, and upon completion, it was discovered that the PAX mentor, Nadalia, was a Lamia. And that's where we are now. So, you guys are back in the moonlit grotto, where you are now in front of a Lamia, which you can see in our top left screen. It's a very the top half of her body is that of a very beautiful woman. The bottom half is that of a lion. So think of it as like a lion tar, if you will. What are you guys gonna do? So Nadalia is standing there, sort of like looking at herself and like, you know, kind of like looking herself over. She gives like a little stretch, and then she looks upon your group. And she sees Corvala there, and she's like, it's good to be back. I assume this is thanks to you, Corvala? And Corvala's like, yes, and with the help of this group here.
I'm gonna lean. Who am I standing next to? I'm standing next to.
You're probably standing next to. I'm sorry. What's your mentor's name again? I need to write it down. So
Deborah Murr.
Deborah. You're standing next to Deborah. Murph. I can't remember if you, or Mop. I can't remember if you'd recovered from getting knocked out by the mushroom. Let's just say you have by this point. I don't know if you entered the naked circle or not.
It would be awkward to enter now.
I'm gonna lean to Deborah and I'll be like, that doesn't look like a jack-o'-ware, does it? That's not what I was expecting.
No, and that Nadalia speaks up, and she's like, I'd imagine that it's not, but just...
I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
Okay. What's the verbiage of that spell?
The verbiage is, for the duration, if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there's a place or object within 30 feet that is magically consecrated or desecrated.
Mm-hmm. So it tells you if
Oh,
there's like evil or good nearby.
I mean, you're the DM, so yeah, but the actual verbiage is aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend, or undead.
Okay. So technically, give me a second.
I mean,
I can't remember what their classification is. That's why. That's why I'm consulting.
they're a monstrosity.
Monstrosity. So no. So you don't detect any of those things, but you also notice you don't detect any sort of like evil signatures or anything. Obviously you're in sort of like a consecrated area. So there's good all around you, but you don't detect any evil, and you don't necessarily detect any good coming off of it.
But if is the verbiage of the spell, would that mean it has to be like elementally evil or intentionally evil? Because I'm looking for intention. Because if I'm not doing that, could I do an insight to kind of like see if I notice any menace?
I mean, I would say that in my mind, detect good and evil gives you sort of a impression of somebody's like, intentions and all that stuff. Yeah. So
so I get no intent.
Yeah. You sense no evil intent. You sense no good intent. She's pretty much just kind of like, she's there, but she's not. She's neither. She's not.
She's neutral.
Yeah.
You're much different than what I expected.
Yes. I'd imagine that Corvala probably was not completely forthright about my species, but I assure you I harbor you no ill will.
I sense that this is true, but I don't know if we asked. I just assumed,
Mm-hmm.
that you're all jackal wares, even though were jackal sounds better. I just assumed that you would all be of the same, sort.
Well, you know what they say about assumptions. I'm sure.
No, what do they say?
That it makes an ass out of you and me.
That's stupid.
The wisdom stats on the Salami are through the roof.
I am aware that the proclivities of my species would have you perhaps a little bit on edge, but I assure you I do not harbor those.
Do you talk like this to the jackal wares too, using those big words?
I try to educate those around me, yes.
Yeah, well, they didn't understand anything and had the worst plan of selling these books to everyone.
That was weird. We had a little bit of an echo there.
I don't think that. Maybe simplify your wording next time when talking to her. I'm saying this all quietly to her. Like, I'm not, like, outwardly calling the jackal wares dumb, but I'm calling them dumb.
That was... My intention was to educate, but unfortunately I was...
Maybe start with the basics first.
Noted.
Like run, Grognor, run. Be the first.
She did you approach her at all, or?
Yeah. No, I'm close to her.
Yes. She kind of like claps a hand on your shoulder and she's like, I appreciate your candor, and I assure you that regardless of the how you would say rumors of my kind, I don't share those same proclivities.
I mean, I guess that's good, but that's it's good that you're not, but they really need help.
Well, I assume that's why they brought me back in the first place.
I mean, were you happy did you want to be dead? Were you okay with that? What was? I mean, I've never met
She
anybody.
kind of
that
like
came back.
looks at you. She's like,
I mean, I've never met anyone that came back, so I've always wondered what happened after. I mean, our goddess guides from one to the next, but she doesn't like give us
I
what's on the other side.
did not want to leave yet, and as I had unfinished business, but there is a certain peace in the afterlife. But I am glad to be back here.
Like it sucked? Is that what you're saying? Did you say it was terrible?
I didn't say it was terrible.
Well, I mean, like, you
I
want
said
to
it
come
was
back
peaceful.
here. Mm. Right. Well, shocking to no one. It's been a day. I think I'm going to probably lay down a little bit.
I
And also, at this moment, I'm going to realize I have been stark naked the entire time. And
she's
like,
going to look at Deborah, and I was like, I assume that it was thanks to your abilities that I was brought back, and I thank you for performing the ritual. I know that the followers of Sharon Ray don't tend to go in for resurrections.
that's Sarah 9. Thank you. I mean, not to be picky.
Sorry.
Not to be picky. No,
Sarah
everybody messes her name up. It's okay.
Yeah. I swear you've given me like 5 different
We
pronunciations
also
of it.
call her the Moon Lady. That's another one too.
Yes.
And the Dream Weaver. All of those are good names too.
My apologies.
It's okay.
I don't know where I pulled that
up.
other name out from. I think that's from Critical Role, isn't it?
You're just
Yes.
deciding to exercise the control you have as the
Yeah.
the ruler of
My
the world.
apologies. Sarah and Ray are not prone to doing this sort of ritual.
You're still calling it wrong, but I mean, it's you do you.
I'll look at it later and actually have it written down next time. I'm coming off. It's coming off the top of the dome, Joel.
Oh no, I'm literally in character, assuming she's just not getting it right. Like, I'm not calling you out. I figured you were doing it on purpose.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to be all like respectful and stuff, and it's not working because I can't remember the name. Deborah's
Just
like,
call her the Moonweaver.
yes, the Moonweaver would.
That works too.
And Deborah's like, she's gonna give like a long look, and they're like, you can tell that she kind of is doing like the same sort of like detect good and evil, like that you were doing, and she's like, well, it's interesting that you are in the form that you are, but I sense no evil in you, so I guess I don't have to strike you down, eh? And then the Nadalia and like Deborah kind of look at each other for a second, and then they burst out laughing. And then Deborah just like doesn't even bother picking up her ceremonial robes, and she's like, "I'm going to bed. It's been a long night." And she just like walks back into her house.
Yeah, I join. I go in the house too, but to my room, not with my novel. Just to be clear.
Yeah. So Mop. Nadalia is going to look at you, Mop, and Gideon, and she's going to be like, Corvala, did you promise them some reward? And then Corvala's like, oh, yes. And then she goes into her backpack, and she pulls out 6 different books that are on the including the 3 that you guys went looking for and 3 additional ones, and she hands them to you, Mop. So there's
kind of all at once.
Yeah, so she pulls them all out of her pack.
Okay.
If you want to write them down, it doesn't really matter, but it's I can send it to you later, or it's so it's Mazfroth's Mighty Digressions, Fallen Tethiamir, The Dark Hunger, Castanabir's Guide to Gingwatsim's Wanderings of a Humble Asmar, and Daughters of Grazzt. So
What?
yeah. So the 3 that you guys don't know about, The Castanemir's Guide to Gringottsums is describing what those like ectoplasm things are that you fought in Candlekeep. Not how to make them, but just what they are. And then The Wanderings of a Humble Aasimar, a treatise on the Outer Planes, is a book talking about the Outer Planes, and Daughters of Grazist, about the origin of Lamias. And actually, as she's about to hand off all 6 of them to you, she pulls the Wanderings of a Humble Aasimar off the top and hands it over to Gideon. Let's see if Brian's head looks like Brian might be having trouble connecting.
I think I'll be uncharacteristically thankful and
Yeah.
very, very. The optics of this are very obviously political and gracious and that sort of thing. I think at his core, Mop still, enjoys learning and enjoys being on the outside.
Yep.
So this is not the time for schemes.
Yep. Brian, are you there? Or are you having trouble?
I'm here.
Okay. Did you hear I gave you that
Yep,
Corvalla gave you?
I got
the
it.
book? Okay. Corvalla's like, you might find that one interesting, I think. And so our Murph already went to bed. Mop, Gideon, are you guys doing anything, or are you guys going to do the same? Because it looks like at this juncture, Nadalia and Corvalla sort of head out. Nadalia goes, at this point, I think it is time for us to make our leave and gather the rest of the pack, eh, Corvalla? Just like, yes, of course. They'll be so excited that you'll be back. Although we probably shouldn't go into Baldur's Gate with you. She's like, of course not.
I would say, having been unconscious for as long as I was, probably not that sleepy. Mop will probably do my favorite pastime and stay up in the tent reading.
All right. Gideon, did you have anything you wanted to do before the night is over?
How late is it?
It's midnight. The ritual was the resurrection ritual was performed at midnight, so it's probably like 1, 2 in the morning at this point.
Then no, I'm going to bed.
Okay. So, you guys wake up in the morning, have breakfast, and as you guys are getting ready to kind of head back out on your journey, you see a small figure enter the grotto. And with that, Will, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes. So you see a probably about 3 foot tall figure, wearing one of the like classic knight bucket helmets. Has like a large neck guard, big shoulder pads, and then slowly starts getting like less armored as it goes down. And he has a net skirt. And at each side to him as he's walking, you see what for you guys look like 2 normal shields, but on him kind of look like 2 massive tower shields.
Yep. With spikes on them.
Yep. And you see like a beard like poking out through the little bits of exposed cracks right around his head. And long braids going probably halfway down his chest. So like a foot.
So basically, you, Will, you received a vision the other night. You had been out traveling. You received a vision from your god. I can't remember who your deity is. I can't remember if you told me or not.
I don't even remember off the top of my head.
I think you might not have picked one yet, but
yeah, I was still debating.
Yeah. So you received a vision from your god and saying that, basically saying you need to go to the Moonlit Grotto. You have business there and a party that will accept you. So then you show up here and you see this group here.
So he's just slowly walking up
Yep.
towards you guys. I'm not sure what you guys are doing exactly.
They're pretty much just picking up camp. Looks like they're about to like head out.
Okay.
So guys, what do you do?
So, I mean, is it like a JoJo walk? Is it like?
Oh, you're coming straight over to me?
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah,
is it
I
like-
mean he clearly he angles himself towards like you guys specifically, given what he's told he's looking for.
Gotcha. Okay. Not necessarily. Yeah, because like.
Oh, we have someone coming up here.
He doesn't have the menacing though.
Well,
okay.
welcome to the grotto, traveler. Moonlight Grotto.
Mhm.
I've done this like thousands of times.
For
What
the
ring-
Moonlight Grotto, it's really sunny.
Well, that you have me there.
Like,
Well, then, welcome to the Sunlight Grotto by day.
okay, that makes more sense.
I mean, I never thought about it. There is a large moonstone in the middle, though. What about Moonstone Grotto? That accounts for all sorts of
You hear
lightning.
from inside the cottage,
That-
it's like,
that's
you're
your
not
point.
renaming my grotto!
But it's bright in the daytime. It's no
Doesn't
moonlight.
matter. It's got a moonstone in it, doesn't it?
It's confusing. This. What's your name, traveler?
Onin.
Onan was confused
Ah.
by the name because of the lack of moonlight.
She pokes her head out and she's like, I can see why it would be confusing, but that's the name of the place and I'm sticking to it. And she like retreats back in.
I lean towards Onan
Branding.
and go,
Branding.
she's not
important.
changing it. I'm Murph. Dolmec. Algios, but you can call me Murph.
It's a pleasure to meet you. And he like shoves his hand up to shake it.
I will reach out and I'll shake his hand. I'm very, very enthusiastically, like a child shaking hands for the first time, like a little over the top.
Little under the top because of the spike from the shield.
And what are your names?
They call me Mop. That's the name I go by. That's the name I'll tell you.
Like
That's how names work. He doesn't understand some things.
like the a mop?
Yeah, because it looks like I didn't have a lot of friends. That's what they called me, and so yeah. Nice to meet you.
It is now my turn.
It is now Gideon's turn. Oh boy.
And I walk straight up to Onan and I grab him by the shoulders. I pull him in close and I kiss him from one cheek to the other. And I say,
On the helmet?
yes.
Okay.
I say, nice to meet you.
You still down there?
Sorry?
Are you still
Are
down
you
there?
still, like,
He
leaning
is 3
down
feet
to him?
tall.
Or are you
yeah.
lifting me up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm lifting you up to do it.
Lifting me up. Okay.
And I'll set you back down and, you know.
This is
He's
like
not-
oh.
Nice to meet you too. Can I be put down? You're strong, aren't ya?
I have some strength to me.
Nice. Nice. And I realized I forgot to actually say this. There is one difference for his helmet. It's not necessarily just the classic. He also has a large horn sticking out the front top, and then like two smaller ones sticking out the back.
Like his own horns or horns on the like decorative horns on the helmet?
Like decorative horns.
He's just covered in spikes.
The shoulder.
Oh my god, he's a battle rager, isn't he?
Some art if you want me to try to show it.
Well, yeah, give it a
Gideon,
shot.
Oh yeah, do that.
Was brave to lift up a porcupine like that. You know?
And then kiss it.
And then
kiss
it.
the porcupine.
All right. So
Feel alive? Should be like that. Yeah, there we go.
Look at that.
And 3 feet tall.
Oh, that's spiky.
Yeah.
It's spiky.
Oh, very nice.
That is different than how I imagined you in my head.
Yeah, you've got a lot more butt than I would have think a normal paladin would have.
Got some donk. We'll leave that up for now.
Leave it
Or
up?
not. No, it's fine. You already turned it off.
So
He's corn-fed.
did we get? I see they left like while I was sleeping. Did we get what we were supposed to, or did they? Hey, what were we looking for again? Book, right?
Yeah, we have the books.
So do we go back to Candlekeep? Hey, do you want to come to Candlekeep with us?
What's Candlekeep?
I don't know. Where's Candlekeep?
No, I
What?
said what?
You like books?
Oh, it's a library.
It's just books. Books and quiet.
I like picture books.
They have those for children.
Oh, okay.
They have
Yeah,
those.
coloring
They also
books.
there's
They've got to have coloring books. I wouldn't know because they're not worth anything, but they got to have coloring books.
You just gotta.
yeah. Before we go, I'm going to take a bunch of those clippings of the night thistles that Mop and I talked about a couple episodes back.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, hey, and I'll be like, Mop, this is what I was talking about. And I'm going to show him the black thistles, and because I told him we'd get them next time. So I got a couple clippings of them.
Perfect. So, as you guys make your journey back to Candlekeep, it's ends up being around a 6-day journey, since you have to go back down south.
During my downtime, can I grind the thistles into a powder?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
Sometime. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. If anyone wants to do any sort of downtime activities, you can do those now, since you're traveling for about a week. So, Gideon, were you going to say something?
I was going to just say that I'm going to try to read the book.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know if there's... I don't have any information about the book. I can get back to you about that. But it's sort of like a... it's basically a talking... the narrator is a Asimar that talking about his wanderings through different planes and whatnot. It's basically... he talks about his time on the outer planes. Joel's better about that stuff than I am. So you have the those sort of like the celestial. What are all the outer planes again, Joel?
You're talking about the Great Wheel. Yes.
Yeah, the Great Wheel. Yeah.
There's like the hells, the abyss, the far plains.
Yeah, so it's talking
That kind
about
of thing, yeah.
this Asimar's journey through those. It talks about his time like wandering through those areas, and you feel like it sort of not necessarily like mirrors your journey, but it's like sort of like those same different difficulties and stuff you started to encounter is sort of mirrored in this book as well. So I don't have. It's not like a spell book or anything. It's sort of just like it's almost like an adventure book. It's like a Marco Polo, like writing about his adventures sort of thing.
Okay.
So, anyone else doing anything on their downtime? I assume.
No,
not.
just talking to the group and getting to know. Like, Murph is going to ask Onin a whole bunch of questions about like what his dream was like. How did he know it was us? You know, was it the Moonweaver that told it that he saw? You know, like that. Those kind of questions.
We'll do it. Role play.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to just like rush through it.
Oh, it's downtime. I don't care.
Oh, okay. I'll be So how, Onin? How did you know it was us you were supposed to be finding? Like, who told you?
Well, no one told me exactly, but you guys were standing in the middle of an almost empty grotto. No one else was around. That was where it's supposed to go. That was.
But who told you?
What I
Who
saw.
told you that? Like, how did you know? Like, was it like a dream? Did you have a dream of an elvish woman who told you to go somewhere? I did. That's how I found these two.
An elvish woman.
Yeah, the Moonweaver talks in dreams, and she's a woman.
It was not an elven woman.
Oh,
I saw like a bright light from the sky in my dream, and it went down onto the grotto. Funny enough, in the dream it was moonlit, not all sunny.
yeah. See, it's moonlit. That's why it's called the Moonlit Grotto, because it's usually moonlit.
Oh, like at night.
Yeah, at night. It's usually where it is, and that's also
That
when
makes
you do the
sense.
most dreaming.
Do you get better dreams there? Is that why you guys were there? Better dreams?
I've never thought about that, like literally ever.
Definitely.
But maybe. Maybe. No, but we came there because those that we needed that lion woman. Oh, you weren't there. We needed my not mother. The lady there raised me, but she's not my mother. She's my not mother. Anyways, she brought back somebody from the dead. It was like a lion woman. We thought it'd be a jackal woman, but it wasn't. It was a lion woman.
Wait,
We
was
sound
she
like two
supposed to
fucking
be a
dumbass
lion?
children, like
Or-
kindergartners on an adventure right now.
It's-
Do you like trans too? Like,
This whole time I'm just trying to read, and it's like increasingly harder to read because we're just having this
Locke's
conversation.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
this
yeah,
sort of like the battling sort of continues as these two try to communicate
Yeah,
with
so,
each other in low level
yeah.
metaphors. And
I lived with her since I was like 13. Whenever my horns grew in, that's when I moved in with her because my dad kicked me out.
Mhm.
He
So-
said I made him look bad because I looked like this.
That's just mean.
He's a mean person. He's very mean.
yeah.
What's wrong with horns?
Well, he said that if I don't leave, that they'll find out, and he's got a good thing going, and I won't ruin it. And I never really got an explanation, but like, I'll talk in Abyssal for a little bit. I'm like, he talks like this somewhat, and I'm starting to think that he's not like a good person. Like, there's some more stuff going on. But
Okay.
yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about that offline at some point, Joel, because that's
What?
does Murph not know that his dad has?
He doesn't know what his dad is, but he
Okay.
knows his dad is not what his dad says.
Okay,
Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
know the exact extent of
that's
what his
a new
dad is.
development that I'm going to have to remember.
Yes.
It's like, ooh, plot.
Plot.
Yeah.
Seasoning.
So, like I said, you guys continue on your journey. It's actually pretty quiet. It seems like your sort of like presence along these roads between Baldur's Gate and Candlekeep has sort of like knocked down on the bandit activity. Like maybe you took out one of the worst offenders when you took out that were-rat. You arrive back in Candlekeep after 6 days, and the Avowed are.
Did we have to turn in new stuff, like new books or anything?
So
'Cause-
you have the 3 books that were you have the books that you were provided, but since you were sent out on a mission from Candlekeep, just you providing those missing books that had been lost because they were not real. They're willing to sort of like, if you provide those, they're willing to sort of like waive, they'll pass up having to have an extra book that you need to provide. So you basically get buy three get one free deal in this scenario.
All right then.
Mm-hmm. Which I could have role played, but I didn't. But they Avowed that you met before. He's like, oh, I'm glad you got to the bottom of that. That's Do you guys tell them anything about Nadalia or the Jackalwares, or you just tell them that it won't be a problem anymore, and give them the books back?
I don't do anything. I'll just give him the books back.
Yeah. Ah, well, since we have the originals now, I assume this problem will be dealt with. Thank you for dealing with that. And as promised, and he's gonna like go back in like the guardhouse sort of office, and he brings out and gives you guys the helm of comprehending languages. So any of you can hold on to that or whatever. So now you guys are back in Candlekeep. Is there anything you guys would like to do or anything like that?
I think the first thing we probably should do is we should probably check in with our contact here, the lady who.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, so you go to speak to. Why did I put away my notebook?
Who gets this helm?
It's up to you guys.
Not me.
I think whoever should have it should either be the person who's either going to be doing the most in terms of like sneaky, and therefore like they might want to be able to understand all languages sort of thing, just to know what people are saying, or it should be the person in our group who's going to be kind of like the talker, the face man sort of thing.
Those are both Mop, even though my character will be doing a lot more talking, but it will be a lot less fruitful.
You're gonna need the helmet to understand him.
I can't tell you the last time I broke into a shop and was wearing a helmet when I was doing it. So,
well, see, that's the thing. The helmet will help to hide your identity.
Do we know it does this? Do we know the helmet comprehends language? Like we know that's what it does?
Yeah. So you look at the helm, and it's actually it's sort of like a pretty simple sort of like leather helmet, but it also has
it's leather.
Yeah, it's not like a.
I thought it was like a.
Hold on, let me look up the stats.
It's like a full-on Thor's helmet, like wings and everything.
Like a great Hume.
No, no. It's more like
a bassinet or something.
Give me a second.
I heard helmet.
Yeah.
I think I can wear this in case of collisions.
Igor the Vicious just said someone needs to go and light all the candles for secret boss fight.
What?
That have killed grants everybody a wish. I don't give a damn what we're doing. Let's do that now. Let's do a boss fight.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I think they patched that version. We're in like Candlekeep 2.0.
That's awesome. I want to do that now.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that that particular part of this story, Igor, but I'll note it for later. So as you guys are netherite helmet to float in lava, nice. So the helm, it doesn't provide any stat boosts. It just literally lets you. I clicked on the wrong thing.
Yes, comprehend languages.
It went away. Hold on. Helm of Comprehending Languages. You can use an action to cast the Comprehended Languages spell at will. So there's that. And thank you very much for the follow, Roxy.
Thank you.
And anyways, now that we've got a bunch of people, and I'm feeling self-conscious. As you guys are discussing it,
what are we doing next, DM?
So one thing that you interesting about this one mop is it's sort of like a leather helmet, but it does have sort of like a mask component to it.
You mean like aviator goggles? Like, is that what it is?
Like a
domino mask.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's going to cover my face and it's not made of metal, and I'm paranoid and agoraphobic, I think I can wear this thing.
Yeah. Like, oh, this is so me. This is so.
If I had known that, I would have stolen it.
Now you'll know exactly what you're stealing. If it's got words on it.
That's true.
Yeah, so it'll make it so much easier.
So as you guys are huddled up in the court, so to speak, in the
Being
court
just
of,
obvious as shit.
yeah, in the court of air, all of a sudden, right in the middle, like I'm imagining you guys are talking in sort of a circle. All of a sudden, there's like a thump, like thump, right in between, like right in the middle of all of you, and it's a book.
I'm gonna poke it
And
with like my light hammer. I'm gonna like poke the book and be like, "What did that just happen?"
yeah, and the book looks like
Is the creature that gives you wishes?
No, this does not give you wishes. The book looks like this. Hold on.
The pages written in human blood.
No. My TM killed it. I'm sorry, Roxy. Oh, I'm glad you survived, though. So, the book is, it looks like it's a thin book. It has no title on the inside or out. Its cover is cracked and is covered in bird scratches and indentations made by beaks. It's bound in black wire, and between those, there's 33 cut pages, very aged and like weather sort of stained. And it looks almost like a diary. And then as you guys are looking at the book,
Did we pick it up? Did any of us pick it up? Because I didn't. I poked it. I didn't pick it up because it just fell.
Yeah.
So I did not touch it.
As you guys are looking at the book, a raven swoops down and like lands on it and like sort of like pecks at it, like sort of like insistently, and looks straight at Mop. And it goes,
The bird's looking at you, Mop. Should say hello.
and then it like steps off the book and like nudges it forward towards you.
Well, I can take a hint.
And then
Do you speak bird? Now you do.
You read.
Hello, bird.
we have to use an action to activate the spell, but we'll. I'm kidding.
Hello, bird.
Okay.
It looks like a moron right now.
The bird kind of like the raven kind of cocks its head, and it's like, read.
Oh, it works. Oh, guys, it works. It works. He's telling me to read the book. Oh, shit. How do I squawk back at him?
So just comprehend. You can.
I guess I can like repeat how he's squawking and just nod my head.
Does he say read in common?
No, he said it in
No,
bird.
it's like all you guys hear is ah ah.
Oh, okay. Because it'd be hilarious if he had actually said it
Yeah.
in common and we're all like, oh god, we all speak bird now.
We all speak bird. Fucking
So do you
Murph
take the
would have
book?
a meltdown.
Do you take the book?
Most certainly, I'm gonna take the book.
As soon as you take the book, it's like
I'm just
read.
like read, yeah, read.
The bird nods.
What is the bird saying something to you?
It's telling me to read.
I mean, that's good advice. You should probably be reading more.
As soon as you agree that you're going to read it, it looks at you and is like read, and then like flies away.
With a period.
Yeah, it's getting bossy. Read, fucker. Okay.
So what do you do? It's only 33 pages long.
I was gonna
It's a very
say
short book.
this thing doesn't even have a spine.
Yeah, it's wire bound. It's
This is a loose leaf notebook of rap lyrics from an expiring.
I don't know why it came with bookmarks because it's so short. But
yeah.
33
guess-
pages is pretty long. All right.
If
I'm gonna open the book.
Okay. So when do you
we
start
could
reading
probably go sit somewhere while he does this, and maybe get food. We don't have to do it standing
it?
right
Yeah,
in the
you
middle.
guys can go to the hearth and find like a little
Yeah, there we go.
table with food and whatnot.
Yeah, food.
While I do a little bit of exposition.
Food, got it.
Nice.
So,
Do you have food? Onion, Onan, do you have food? Sorry, I mispronounced your name. I apologize.
He said that was a pejorative and you just reused it.
Yeah, I apologized. I apologized.
It's okay.
Do you have money for food?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then I'll get you next time then. But let's have food.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good idea. So what's the book say? Huh? What's the book about? You've made it half a page in.
yeah.
Trying to see what's in here.
Okay. So as you start reading, you figure out this is a sort of like a diary. It doesn't say who the author is.
Maybe it's the bird.
And it's records her account of falling off, of where after she fell off her horse and broke her leg, she was rescued and befriended by some Vistani travelers, who graciously nursed her back to health. The author and her horse traveled with the Vistani for 3 months, during which the author spent most of her time laid up in one of the Vistani's wagons, where she took to writing this book to pass the time. There are over a dozen Vistani, colorfully described in the tome. Only 2 are mentioned by name. Drasha, a teenage girl who applied bandages and poultices to her wounded leg, and Darzin, a one-armed boy with a terrible fear of wolves, who sang beautiful songs to help the author take her mind off the pain. The book provides a detailed account of the Vistani way of life, with emphasis on their food and music. It details their overland journey from the viewpoint of one who spent most of it inside a covered wagon, obviously. And she describes rough roads, days of travel through impenetrable mist and thick forest, and crackling fires on cold nights. With wolves howling in the dead of night and ravens pecking at the roof of the wagon in the wee hours of the morning. Towards the end, the author writes of being able to hobble around on crutches, where she describes the cheery mood of her benefactors as the Vistani traveled a winding mountain road to the gates of a tall, dark castle. It ends with a description of the castle's dreadful countenance. And the writing abruptly stops on the third to last page, suggesting it was snatched away from her. And as you're reading, you find a map.
It's like a centerfold.
Yeah. So you guys can see it on the screen. So
Evil beware this way.
basically, what you learn through this book is that the Vistani are planar travelers often encountered in the Shadowfell, but they seem to be immune to the despair that besets visitors to that plane. They display their wealth openly as a sign of prosperity and share their good fortune with friends and strangers alike. And that the Vistani families can be big or small, but each family is led by the oldest member. And they're able to travel through the mists of the Shadowfell without any trouble. And they also believe that ravens carry lost souls within them.
So, did the raven just give you someone's soul? That's not a game. I'm just.
Yeah. So the ravens carry souls. They don't. The book itself doesn't necessarily have a soul within it.
Yeah, the ravens carry them apparently.
So you have this map. You have this book. What do you want to do?
Show us to the party for starters.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
That's
they find
interesting.
And ravens to be very important.
Who do?
You do.
You do.
Do what?
Do what?
Remind me of the babe.
The power of voodoo.
The babe with the power.
And all of a sudden, we start dancing.
Yeah. I saw my baby.
Magic dance.
Put that magic spell on me. I'm sorry.
Joel, slap that baby, make it free.
So,
Yes. It's labyrinth time.
basically, in order to figure out where this map leads you to, you have to discover. You probably can't see what those clues mean, or can you? I guess I'll pull it up for everyone. So it says to follow the trail to the Hand and Horn, past Three Tier Hill over Rivers Worn, to the Worm's Moth Mark in the foggy moors west of there. The treasure's yours.
I don't know where this starts.
Which way? Up at the top.
Well, we are in a library.
Yeah.
Why don't we just correlate this map with like other maps that the library has, and we can find out where, if there's any place that has roughly the same kind of topography.
Cross-reference it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, you guys go to Vushadi, and she's like, "Ah, yes. We have a number of maps. I'm sure we can figure out where this which way is, and with some time, you're able to figure out where the location is, and it's actually the hamlet is probably about a 3 days journey from Candlekeep to the south, and through your research, you learn that the residents there was a number of monster attacks that forced the residents of Witchway to abandon the hamlet years ago. So it's sort of an abandoned village that was basically the residents left because of the prevalence of monster attacks.
And how far is this from us?
So the Witchway, the hamlet, is about a 3 days journey.
I think. Do you want to go? Like, I think if we got a bird giving us a book and asked, we have nothing else better going on. We might as well go take a look. Is that a no? So we'll do other things then instead?
Mop,
And
I'm interested to hear what you want to say.
it's
And
worth a
Mop, you
shot.
got handed the quest.
Yeah. Why not?
Onan, are you going to come with us on this falling book quest?
Yeah, I'll join you guys.
That'll be great.
Like,
Ah.
that's what I was supposed to do with my dream. I'm supposed to help you guys.
Like, just help us? Like, were we... Okay, that's awesome. Let's do this.
Okay. So you guys head out. I assume you guys eat and get prepared
yeah.
and stuff for your journey, blah, blah, blah. I don't like doing all the minutiae of that stuff. So you guys head out on your journey. It's a pretty, as far as things go, you know, it's this village is kind of like off the beaten path. And you make your way and you find the Witchway. At this point, there's nothing much left of the village. There's broken down wagons surrounded by rotted fences and dilapidated fog-shrouded farmsteads overrun with wild pigs. So, sorry.
Are we... So, Mop, where do we go from here?
So, okay, so we have pigs. What? Sorry, what else was here? You had pigs, and we had.
So there's nothing really. There's like basically this village has been empty for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna start like looking inside some of the buildings.
I'm gonna join Gideon.
Yeah, let's split up and see if we can cover all the properties as quickly as possible.
Hey, gang! I think we should split up.
Dun dun dun.
I feel that. Yes, that's a great idea.
Roll for investigation.
So, as you guys sort of roll for investigate.
9.
10.
10. Yeah, so it seems
15.
like okay. Seems like there's like nothing really left around here. This village has been sort
20.
of- oh my.
Hey!
Yeah, you're like you look around, there's like this place has been picked clean. The only thing valuable left here is the pigs.
I take the pigs.
All of them.
Yeah, so
You're going right in my pants.
oh my.
I mean, how else do you take? No.
You put them in your pig pocket. Haven't you seen? It's the same place you get your horse pocket.
Okay.
Nobody's seen Viva La Dirt League where they're talking about the horse pocket.
Yeah.
You put it in your pig pocket.
So once you guys figure out that there's nothing really around here, do you continue following the map?
I don't. Only Mop has the map. I don't know, but I'll follow.
I mean, on the bright side, as long as we go north, we're going to continue to hit landmarks.
So we're going from which way? Then we're gonna go
So-
this way to the hand
So
of the
you
horn.
follow the trail to the hand and
Mhm.
horn.
Okay.
So find that first. So as long as we stick to the trail and just look out for some sort of landmark that looks like a hand. That's all the map's telling me.
And horn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hand and horn.
Yes.
Hand on one side, horn on the other. Very
Yeah. So you
All
guys
right, well,
pass and you see a
very private activity.
you go for about like half a day and you see a sort of like rock outcroppings. One is shaped like a hand and then the other one is shaped like a horn.
Shocking.
And as you guys approach, let's see, can I get perception checks?
$19.
19. You see, like, oh yeah, I guess I'll let everyone roll.
5.
7.
17.
Okay. What was yours, Brian?
7.
7. Okay. Mop and Gideon, you don't notice it, but Murph and Onan, you both see a sort of monstrous figure that was like kind of hanging out on top of the hand, detach itself from there and start charging at you.
Can I make out what it is?
It's pretty misty, but as it approaches with your roll, you're able to see that it is a sort of, hold on, I need to pull up the descriptor for this. Doesn't give that to me in D&D Beyond.
My initiative is a 14.
Yeah, roll for initiative while I pull it up. But as you see a large sort of greenish creature with that's rather tall and large with large claws charging at you. I would say you know enough to figure out that this is a troll.
Fuck me. I'm like,
La, 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 la,
I'll call out to the
la.
other two. I'll like pat Mop and I'm like, there's a troll coming.
All right.
Oh no. Oh no.
Do I know enough about trolls to know like anything about them, or do I just know that's a troll?
Give me just a knowledge check. Whichever one you're best at. History, Arcana, anything like that.
They're all three, so it's 17.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to know that trolls can regenerate unless they take fire.
Fire or acid.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell it to everybody. I'm like, you have to burn them, or they'll come back, or it'll regenerate.
We don't want that.
No,
No, we
No,
don't.
we
Can't
don't.
do that.
No.
All right, so what's everyone's initiatives?
14.
It's 20 to 25. 15 to 20.
Me,
Yeah, 15.
What was yours, Anan?
16.
16.
I was 14.
And what was yours, Gideon?
9.
9. Cool. So you guys, the troll comes charging at you, and I'd say that you guys we didn't decide on like a party comp or anything like that, but I'd say most likely Onin with your paladin stuff, you would have probably like stepped forward and to challenge it. So it's going to attack first. That's an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, that one will hit.
Super
A little bit.
Yeah. And it is going to bite you for just 5 points of damage.
All right.
And then that's your turn, Onin.
Awesome. So it's right in front of me.
Yep.
Basically, only one thing I can do. So I am going to hit him with one of my shields.
Stab him with the pointy end.
Yep, of course. Oh, okay. Nice. That's a 19 on the die.
That's
so...
gonna hit.
Yeah, I hope so with a 24. Be concerned if it didn't. Just a little. And 1d6. So 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that is gonna be my turn right now.
Okay. And then that would be Mop's turn.
All right.
You have the helmet, so now you can be all like, "Come at me, bro."
I could anger the troll so that it attacks primarily me. Might be a bad idea.
Does that seem like a Mop behavior to you, Gideon?
Well, he does have, the ability to negate some of that damage. So I mean,
True.
Yeah.
That's true. You know what? I'm
He
gonna
does
open
now.
up. I'm gonna open up with Witch Bolt. I'm gonna try a ranged spell attack.
Do tell.
So let's see how much I bungle this. I'd say dirty 20 to hit with a ranged spell attack.
That's gonna do it.
It's gonna do it. That'll be a 1d12.
Woo. And that's as long as you maintain your concentration. It keeps doing that, right?
Following turns, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. There's that d12 that nobody uses. All right.
My barbarian senses are
Senses
offended at you.
disregard. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
And then I'm gonna end my turn maintaining the Witch Bolt.
Don't you get like your bonus action now?
I do, but I don't know.
Like a rogue, you could hide.
Yeah, but then I break the Witch Bolt.
No,
So I gotta maintain concentration on it.
It wouldn't negate your concentration, or do you have to maintain eye contact? Do you have to maintain eye line?
I mean, it's just the spell needs to be maintained. So
it's just like now you just have to concentrate on it. You can still hide.
sorry, I'm just like just shift a few inches low.
You're like, hide.
Let me see if I can actually do that.
I'm the DM. I say you can.
Yeah, it ends if you use your action to do anything else.
But you're not using an action, you're using a bonus action.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? If I can hide as a bonus, it's not counted as an action. So
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah, it's perfect.
All right. Murph, your turn.
I am going.
Actually, roll stealth,
Huh?
Brendan. Roll stealth, Brendan. See
Yeah.
if you successfully hide, or if the troll knows where you are.
Good idea.
And what damage does Witch Bolt do?
That's. I think it's. It's not. I think it's arcane.
Okay. Now it's your turn. Joel, sorry.
All right. I want to summon my spiritual weapon.
Ooh.
Yes. Now that's a bonus action to summon it. I can't attack with it this turn, right?
You could lead with your bonus action. Yeah, you can summon it.
Okay. Then do I get a regular attack too?
Yep.
All right. Nice. Well, I'm gonna attack with my. I'm gonna start out with summoning that, and then I'm going to attack with it.
Okay. Do it, son.
That is 24 to hit.
That's gonna do it.
All right. And it's going to take 10 points of damage from it. And then do I get my regular attack? My regular action or no?
I thought your spiritual weapon is like a summoned weapon. Is that?
It is a summon. It's a spiritual weapon is a summoned. It says on bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon 20 feet and repeat the attack.
So it's like a floating weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get your regular attack.
Nice. Okay. Well, then I'm going to do
I'll probably
guiding.
flub the first part then, but
Okay.
it's fine.
Then I'm going to do guiding bolt.
All right.
That is 15.
That just hits.
All right. $11.
Thanks.
12
Brandon.
points of damage for the guiding bolt.
12 points?
Yeah.
Dang. How close are you to the troll? Just so you know, because as soon as you like nail it, he's gonna like.
I am 20 feet away from it
Okay.
because that is the range that I can move my weapon to attack something.
Okay. And then Gideon, that is your turn.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take the tinderbox and the torch that are in my adventurer's kit,
Okay.
and I want to use my movement to grab the two and like light it, and then for my action, I'm hoping to throw the torch at the well, let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll throw it at him. Because, I mean, I can't really... I guess I'll use it as a melee weapon, I guess.
Yeah.
Because then maybe I can also get, like, a hit in or whatnot.
Yeah. I'll allow you to use a torch as a club. That makes sense.
Okie dokie. So, grabbing my dice.
Sometimes Brendan sits so still that I think his screen froze.
All the time. All the time I think Brendan's screen froze.
I'll randomly NPC and just be like, or you know, I'll do. I'll have Squaresoft idle animations. I'll just kind of.
Okay.
How does a 19 treat you?
That'll do it. And
Yeah,
I
that's
will say, since it's on fire, I'll allow you to light it with a bonus action because torches are meant to be lit easy. I'm going to say it's a 1d6 plus a 1d4 of fire.
Okay. And because I used my movement to grab the torch and tinderbox as well as light it. I will not have a bonus action to, because you said it was a bonus action to actually.
Yeah,
So
I don't think you'd be able to have time to light it, take it out, light it, and then attack with it, and also like punch, just for the sake of action economy.
well, I could always spend a key point, but no, I'll go ahead and just do this for now.
I mean,
yeah,
you can.
So that is 1 point physical damage and 4 points fire damage.
Ooh,
and
okay.
if I factor in my strength to that, that's another +4. So I'm sorry, another +3.
Okay.
So we're looking at
Seven,
8.
8, yeah. All right, 38. Okay. So that brings us back around in the turn order to Mob, and he looks at you, Gideon, because you just hit him with fire, and trolls really don't like fire. So he's going to take a claw attack at you. Swings for.
I'm going to use my reaction for protection.
Okay, so I get disadvantage.
Yep.
That is a 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay. He's going to swing again with his other claw for... That's a 24. I assume that hits.
You know what I'll do? I'll actually spend... No, I have to do that on my turn. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
So yes, that's a hit.
All right, so he hits you with his claw for 13 damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to attempt to bite at Onin for 17.
Miss.
So he misses. Onin raises his shield to like knock the claw out of the way, so it goes above. Somehow goes above Gideon's head. He slashes again with his other hand, and then went pissed off that like his shot got blocked on the first time. He's going to turn around and attempt to like bite down on Onin and basically get a mouthful of steel shield. So spiky steel shield, and that is Onin's turn.
All right. I am going to go for another hit. So 14 hit.
That does not.
Yeah, kind of figured. And then Onin's gonna look up at him and go, "You're a stupid head," as he casts Compel Duel.
Oh!
The troll just like, who was looking at Brian because he's mad about the fire, just like slowly turns his head over and looks at you and just. And that is Mop's turn.
That's a wisdom save, by the way.
Oh, I need a whiz save.
Yeah.
I'm not great at that.
I mean, if you want to just say he failed, then
That's
I'm
a
cool with that, too.
16.
Damn it. He made it.
So that's he's still gonna fucking focus on you, but he doesn't just get the detriment of not focusing on you.
Okay.
Mop, turn to you.
Yeah, so the end of the last turn, it was a 10 on the high check. I don't think that worked. Yeah, but I can maintain Witch Bolt until it becomes so destructive that the troll gets mad at me. Full 12.
The fuck?
Yeah, I was like, eventually it's going to do it.
Yeah. Is that the end of your turn there? Because I guess you don't really have, if you're going to maintain the Witch Bolt, you can't use your action for anything else, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Murph, your turn.
I'm going to. Was a 15 hit?
That just hits.
All right. I'm going to hit him with Ray of Enfeeblement. And then on my bonus action, I am going to.
And what's the verbiage on Ray of Enfeeblement?
A black beam of enervating energy springs from your finger towards a creature within range, making a spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks use strength until the spell ends. So it's a 1-minute spell.
So is it just a roll to hit, or is it a saving throw?
Nope, that's just the effect it got
Okay.
once it gets hit.
Okay. So what? Okay, and you hit with it. Got it.
Yep. And then every turn you have to do a Constitution saving throw
Okay.
to beat it. Start of your turn, yeah.
At start or end?
At the end of each of the target's turn, it can make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And then my bonus action is the spiritual weapon. I'm going to hit it for 4.
You rolled to hit with the spiritual weapon?
That is a 15.
That'll do it again.
Yeah, 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
And so for 10 rounds, or until he gets a 13 Constitution saving throw, it's a trolls of super high con, so it'll get it quick.
Okay. Gideon, your turn.
Okay, so I've got this troll in front of me, and I got the fire. Yeah.
Yep. You have the torch.
Mm-hmm,
You do notice that since your torch is not meant for combat use, it's probably not going to work too many more times. So, just so you know.
Yeah. Then what I will do is I will try to whack him again with the torch.
Okay.
Ooh. How did the 24 treat you?
That'll do it.
All right. Okay, so 1 point better than last time, so 9 damage total, with
Okay.
4 of it being fire.
Okay.
And I will also take a key point to give myself the benefit of the dodge action on my bonus
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Okay, so you'll be able to, if it attacks you, you're going to be able to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So that is turned to the troll. He's looking down at Onin, and he's going to take a swing for 23. And that's 6 points of damage to Onin. And then he's going to take another swing at Odin. That's just that's a 12 to hit. I assume that misses. You block it with your shield. And then he's still pissed at you, so he's going to try to bite you. That's just a 10. So he's getting you can tell this troll's getting winded. He's got burns on him. He's got he's got bleeding cuts all over him, and he's tuckering out. And that's turned to Onin.
Okay. He's gonna scream back at the troll and just go, "You're really bad at this!" as he swings. That's gonna be a miss, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a 5 on the die. But so am I. And that's gonna be his turn.
All right. Right, that is Murph. Turn to you. Oh, I forgot. I need to. Oh, so just so you know that I did 6 damage to you before. Onin.
You did.
That needs to be halved to 3.
Last time.
Mhm.
What?
That needs to be halved to 3, and I need to roll a Constitution check. Does a 14 pass?
I believe it's a 13.
Okay. So the troll seems to shake off a little bit of its like weakness that it had received from that ray of enfeeblement, and still breathing hard, still bleeding heavily, but it's not enfeebled anymore. So Murph, turn to you.
Okay. I need a charisma saving throw.
Dirty unnatural 1.
All right. Well, then I am casting Bane on him. So he has to add a D4 against anything he does and subtract that from the number on attack rolls or saving throws.
Okay. Great.
And then I am going to hit him with my spiritual weapon.
What you doing there, buddy?
Which is a natural 1 plus. Looks like not good. That would be 4.
Net a 1 for the weapon. All right.
Yeah, spiritual weapon, and it's
okay.
It's 4.
All right. Gideon, your turn. The Bane's in effect.
Right. So that makes me roll with advantage then?
No, it means that any saving throws or attacks that I make, it adds a -4 to that.
Got it. Okay.
Just for the next turn?
No, it's for 1 minute.
Oh, shit.
But you can do a charisma. You could do a charisma saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Is my torch still going?
Yeah, but you think that you can
hold
tell
on.
that it's getting pretty splintered. It's probably the last shot you have at it.
Sorry, I misread Bane. It just lasts a minute. You don't get a charisma saving throw after it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
That's
it lasts
brutal.
for 1 minute. But it's concentration.
Everyone use that.
I can't use anything else.
Yeah, Gideon. Yeah. You think you got like maybe one more hit out of this thing before it's gonna like break?
That's okay with me. All right, let's see here. Oh, that's not going to be so good. Okay, so I'm assuming an 8 total misses.
Yeah, and as you swing at it, the troll like sees it coming and sort of like bats the torch out of your hand, and it breaks away because it's like pissed at you for hitting you with a torch.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my bonus action to hit it with my fist.
Go for it.
Okay, better. So 19.
19 will do it.
Okay. So I punch it for a full 7 points damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. So as you as the
Oh, wait a second. That's a good question. Because I was lighting the torch, do I still have the tinderbox in my other hand?
Sure, you didn't say you put it away.
Is there any way I can make this a flaming fist? No, probably not. Okay, never mind.
No, you if you had a flask of oil ready in the other hand, I would say yes, but no, not in this case. I like the cut of your jib, sir, but no. So that is the troll's turn. he's going to he's mad again at Brian for taking a swing at him and for trying to hit him with the torch. And I know you're about to do a protection fighter. So that and rolls to hit with a that's a 25 to hit.
Are you adding Bane?
Disadvantage?
That's a 21 to hit. I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Yeah, it's a hit.
I tried.
It's cool.
So
Don't worry about it.
He's gonna take a swipe at.
Now, remember, you have to add Bane, and that's a D4 and subtract the number from there, too.
Yeah,
He'd still probably hit.
I'd still hit. Rolled an 18 and a 19.
Okay.
I got a plus 7. Does Bane affect damage or just attacking?
Attack and saving throw.
So that's gonna hit you for 12 damage.
Okay.
Gideon. And he's going to take another swing at Onin. That's a nat 20 for the bite. That's 8 points of damage, and then he's going to take another final swing at Brian. That's only a natural 4, so that's going to miss.
Okay.
So and that's its turn, and you see that it's sort of, since it didn't receive any fire damage that turn, you see it sort of like, and like some of the wounds and burn marks sort of start clearing up. So that is turn 2. Onin.
Fucking hate trolls.
I love trolls.
It also
Onin-
probably regenerates at this point because no one hit it with fire last time.
That was what the description that I was giving was they sort of like stands up a little straighter, some of the cuts heal up and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So Onin's gonna cry out, "I don't like you!" And that will give everyone advantage on attack rolls against him that could hear me until the end of my next turn.
What?
Start of my next turn.
What's that? What's that ability?
That's that cry ability.
Ah, gotcha. Never mind.
And then he is going to attack.
All right.
And with advantage. Forget that. Did not really help. Does a 14 hit?
Just barely like misses.
Wait, just barely misses?
Yep.
All right. And that's it. That's all I can do.
All right. So everyone, you have advantage now. Mop, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to break Witch Bolt. And hopefully based off of the previous damage, I'm going to swap to Fire Bolt.
Don't you have sneak attack?
Well, yeah, but not with fire.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to spells unless
That's
you're an
fair.
arcane trickster.
I was just saying, like.
Yeah, that would have been sick, but yeah, no. A ranged spell attack. It is a 17.
That'll do it. Roll for
Cool.
damage.
Free money. 9.
This thing is right on its last legs. Murph, your turn.
I'm going to, with my spiritual weapon, that's a 13.
It's not going to do it.
All right. I'm going to...
Oh, you get advantage.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a 18.
That'll do it.
All right. That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. How do you kill this thing?
I have my spiritual weapon, which is the same shape as the hammer that I have, just like fly over and just brain it,
Nice.
and just hit it right in the head and it falls over.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
The troll.
Go ahead.
Could hold on. Okay, the troll does not fall towards Gideon or Onan, and it instead gets hit and just falls back on its back.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna with my I have one more action, and I'm gonna ask everybody like, how's everyone doing? Like, who's injured? I think everybody's a little bit injured.
Actually, I think it's just Onan and Gideon.
Do you need help? I can heal. Now that it's dead, do you need healing or are you okay?
I touch myself, and
Oh my!
yes, exactly.
Oh,
And my hands glow with this energy, and you can see like part of my body like healing over for 7 points.
Yeah, you just got
actually
your-
that's 10.
Just got your 3rd level path or way ability.
Mhm.
Nice.
I'm gonna go, oh, I can do that too. And then I basically do the same thing, but I'm healing 5 points.
I'm like, well, okay then, and I dispel my spiritual weapon and.
I don't want to have you use up all of your spells because we don't know what else is coming tonight, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was definitely
Right. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to go investigate the troll. I'm going to like pinch my nose and be like, and go look at it.
So you don't see anything.
I'm like looking through it like,
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's trying to remember where like the trinkets and stuff is.
I mean, in like the DMG or
DMG.
yeah, you just get a troll dick.
page 160.
If you're right, I'm gonna be annoyed with you.
Why do you question Ballard when he says anything?
I'm not questioning Ballard.
Just tell him to tell you what you can get off a troll. It's easier.
Yeah,
Use Brian as your dungeon master's guide.
Brian, what do you normally find on a troll? And don't lie to me.
Well, this is an urban encounter, I'm assuming.
I'd say it's a rural encounter.
Oh, it's a rural encounter.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, who is looting? It
Me.
said Joel. Okay.
Yeah.
Joel, can I give you? Can I get you to give me a D10, please?
I like this.
Oh, that's in the PHB. It's the trinkets table.
5.
You said 5.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, were you harvesting or are you looting the troll?
Looting.
Okay.
Murph doesn't strike me as the like look for the troll, the harvest for the troll fat type.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I got a herbalism kit.
get the prime cuts.
Okay, so that would be it is a pewter goblet.
Ooh.
It is a poorly made goblet that is sized for creatures of giant stature.
It's a big piece.
Does it have a DP cost?
That's going to be up to the DM because that will be
How
on
much is my
your haggling
giant
skill.
crappy pewter goblet?
Whatever it says in the table that it's worth, that's fine.
Okay, so
Okay. I'll look it up on D&D Beyond.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to find it there, but good luck.
Oh no, it doesn't. You're correct.
Yeah, so I would just say DM make up a number.
10. It's worth 10 gold pieces.
Holy shit,
There you
that's
go.
awesome.
It's a really nice.
That's a super nice shitty
I
goblin.
mean, it's pretty much just like a giant fucking. It's a huge goblet, so it makes sense for it to be worth a lot of pewter. Just for the material cost alone. So, as we are running up on time now, you guys catch your breath from this troll encounter. On your path towards the destination point out on the map, we are going to end our session. It's coming up on nightfall, so you'll all be able to take a long rest.
Oh, good.
And camp for the night. So, thanks everyone on the stream for joining us. Sorry for those technical difficulties in the middle there. A reminder again that we will be changing our upload schedule for these streams to Saturdays, just because 24-hour turnaround is pretty hard on our lovely editor Joel. And other than that, if you're keeping up with our book talks, we'll be doing our discussion on the Dark Prism by Brent Weeks on Monday, and then following that, we will be continuing our adventure. So, just so everyone's aware, based off of how much both of our groups enjoyed our stream on Monday with Original GM, we are planning to do a stream of a Call of Cthulhu session led by Brian over here, and that will be announcing the date for that in the coming weeks once we figure out which day works best for everybody. Thanks for watching. I've been Ben.
I'm Brian.
Joel.
Will?
This is Brendan.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah,
everybody.
that was
Good night.